Okay? So today we're diving into storytelling being a spiritual journey for our next guest. He also has his hand in African distribution films.
When you guys are producing films, all of you are producing films for South African audience. That is why even your subtitles are embedded on your footage, because you're thinking of Lesotho, South Africa, and when you are done, you want to jump onto the next film, you archive that one, the one that you shot. So why can't you think of Brazil and Argentina and, why can't we do what they are doing? Or even if it ran its life here in South Africa, only here in South Africa and collected rents, that is not enough.
Please subscribe, like, comment, and turn on the notification button so you are aware of our future episodes that you will love so much. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our phenomenal guest, Mr. Teboho Tema. Welcome, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Your subscribers. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Thank you for the invite, sir.
We're very honored to have you today. I mean, your story is very unique. You're someone that I've personally been looking for a while. And I know my business partner. We've been searching and looking for a unique story, and it from the history of South African film, we have people like Anat Singh, very unique stories of people who've gone into the business of distribution and who are able to do big movies like Long Walk to Freedom and Sarafina and so on and so forth. But times have changed since then, you know, and now we're in a digital landscape, and it seems you've been able to crack the code of film through distribution. But I want to start at the genesis.
Okay.
How did you get into the space?
Hey, man. Stumble upon this industry. Yeah, stumble upon this industry. My background for the past 15 years, I was in a property business.
Or rentals or developing our...
I'm that guy who will go to the banks and, make offers. And I also did developments. So I will attend auction. I was not an estate agent, So I will go to the banks and make offers or attend auction, buy properties. And here and there we'll own few, rent them out. Yeah, some I will renovate and resell.
So always independent.
Yes.
Forever the hustler.
Yes, yeah. So how I got into the film industry, there were a lot of things that were happening in my life, strange things that I couldn't explain, I couldn't understand. And I called my brother to say, hey man, you know what? I see objects moving.
Literally?
Yes, literally. Things will penetrate through the wall, my wall, and come and sit here and exit again through the same wall.
As in spirits?
Entities, yes. Entities, They will come and just, and play around and stand here.
Would you feel them or would you see them?
I see them and I'm wide awake. And I'm not shaking, I'm not moving, I'm not scared. So now I'm like, so this happened, it kept on happening, and now I needed someone that I can talk to, and the only person that I could trust was my brother, because people are gonna think now I'm going bananas, I'm going crazy. So something led to something. My brother is the one who arranged a meeting with this prophet. And I was far from, spiritual life around that time. And now a meeting was arranged and we we took my car and we went there. He called somebody and somebody called this old man. So I was just there we went there to seek some answers. And when I got there, he was very upset at me. He was very angry. And he told me
This is the prophet.
This is the prophet.
As soon as you get in,
Yes, yeah.
ukwatile.
Oh, yes, he even chased us out and say, why you took long? Why you only coming now? And I was like, you don't even know me. But obviously I couldn't say that to him. You don't even know me, Then he just shook his head and he just laughed. And he said, I'm not gonna talk to you. Just leave my house. And we drove all the way 7 hours.
Sure.
I'm like, let me just go and have my beers. I was not supposed to come here. Then we drove back, and the great-granddaughter of the old man, because the great-granddaughter is the one who took us to the old man. She said, he's going to call you, and he's going to suggest that you come alone. And it happened exactly as she uttered, those sentiments. And he called me, and I had to drive back alone. So now we started having a father and son relationship with him. And now the transition is starting, my life now is, I'm trying to do some introspection, my love for nature, why am I here, what is my purpose, and he immediately said to me, I remember I was just sitting outside, buying meat for him. And he called me to come inside. And there was a candle there, there was a pepper there. And that's when he said, listen, my child, you are going to be a filmmaker and you are also going to be a healer. And I'm like, me and films. Films.
And healing as well.
And healing as well, I mean, shampoo, and it didn't make sense. So spent 8 months there. So when I came back, the interest, the love for property business was no longer there. Then I saw myself taking money and buying, film gear, cameras, lights, and all of that. So that's how the film journey started.
So
no formal educational background, nothing, zero. Yes. So I took, now remember in that 6 months when I was gone, people were losing their jobs because I had a proper business that was established, that I was running. So for 3 months, 4 months, I tried to pay them, but 6 months, like, no, guys, let's close, the doors and So when I came back, there was 2 guys that I also wanted to work with, but now when I approached them, it was another business. So I went to this guy's house. I said, my man, I still want you on board. I want you to work with me, but now this is a different ball game. I want us to do films. And he's like, he laughed at me. He just laughed at me. And like films, ukopanagali films, like Ash. So he agreed. He finally agreed, and there was this other one, Busi Somanga. So the first one was Tatimu Fuke, and Tatimu Queen. So I asked them to come and stay with me at my house, and they stayed for about a year. So during that period, when we'll wake up, we'll just, those YouTube tutorials, we'll just, educate ourselves, study, make research, and how to make films, how to direct a film, how to produce a film, how to write scripts. So for a year, and I was paying him still, while he was still living with me under the same roof. Zbu, he was young around that time, and he was just excited of, living with me. Yeah. So we went on and on. And after a year, then I felt like, no, man, I think now we're ready. We can, we can start shooting at least one film. So the passion, the love, and started developing. So now what Mukulu, the old man said, now it was manifesting now. So we shot about 5 films in a row, back to back, non-stop. And we took them to Mnet, multi-choice. And when we were shooting those films, man, people thought that we were crazy because, I mean, if you see me with holding a camera, you're asking yourself, what is he doing now? You understand? And type of equipment that that we bought, when I look back, I was like, yeah, no, it was a learning curve for us.
And I mean, so from there you shoot the films.
Yeah.
Oh, you shot your first one.
Yeah.
It's done. What happens next?
That time, MultiChoice was still taking, content from independent filmmakers. So we shot the first one, and there was no feedback from their side. Shot the second one, no feedback. I just want to shoot. I just want to write. All I want to do, just give me a pen and paper. I just want to write. I just want to go and say, The third one, and now they responded, okay, when we were on the third one, they responded and said, okay, the first one, you're not going to take it. We're rejecting it. Shot the fourth one and the fifth one. So now the guys you can tell now they were beginning to lose interest because they're saying, now we keep on shooting and shooting, but we don't know what we are doing, Charlie. We're getting it right, it's right, and I'm a businessman. So I went to MultiChoice, I knocked at their door, I was like, no, let's start with the first one. You're saying it's been rejected. Where did I fail? So that I can go back and, correct those mistakes. And now I can tell that I was annoying this lady there, her name was Balentle, something like that. Yes, I can tell that I was, her?
No.
Okay, so I was annoying her. So, yeah, one day we woke up in the morning and I started hearing my guys screaming. Then I knew that, you know what, you got a positive feedback. I looked at the email. Email said, those 4, the first one that we rejected, we wanted. The second one, the third, the fourth, we're going to license them. So come to our offices, then we start negotiating, we start talking business. The guys were excited. I was not excited. Why I was not excited? Number one, the fifth film, I felt like it was good, man. The storyline was good. And now, remember now we have gained experience from the first to the fourth one. Surely experience is there. So, and even the rents again, I was not happy because from where I'm from, the property business, I know good money. I know.
So you weren't happy with the offer they made financially to you?
Yes, but remember, yes. No, I was not happy. But my guys, I mean, seeing those figures, they became excited. They are not used to that kind of money.
Levels.
Yeah, levels. Yeah, they are not used to that kind of money. They were excited. So I was like, okay, fine. We'll see what we're going to do with what they're going to give us. And I'm also not happy with the fifth film. And
that's the one you expected that they would license.
Yes, and yeah. So fast forward, a few months later, now the guys, they're excited. They're even thinking of starting their own production. Not even thinking, actually, they started their own production company.
How?
They felt like I was just adding numbers. They felt like, it's Boom Shaka. you know, you always have Boomshak and you feel like, this one, we don't need him. He's useless. So they felt like, I'm useless. You understand? So they left and they started their own.
With what capital?
They took the money, man. Yeah.
All of it?
All of it. They took the money. I never got to see even a cent.
And these are your apprentices. You were training these guys. You were walking the journey with them.
Yeah, but look, I've met them now. We've made peace. We smoked the peace pipe.
Yeah.
And they are my friends.
Okay.
And Sbu came to me and he said when he took that decision he was still very young. Yeah, but they took the money. Yeah.
Have they managed to grow that money?
Have they managed to
grow that money, grow the business?
I think they also had their own issues as well. They split. Sbu is doing his own things. Tati Mukwena is also doing his own things.
Are they still in film?
No, Sbu now is he's doing well. He's writing books. He's an author. He's writing books. Tati, I don't know what he's doing. Yes, but I met him. I think I met him last year, but I don't know what. Yeah, but I'm very close with Sbu. You know? Yeah. So when I ask why they have left, they are saying they wanted to do their own thing. So that is allowed.
It's life.
Yeah, that is allowed.
It's life.
Yeah, it's life. So fast forward, but we're good with Sbu and Tati now. Yes. That's spirituality. I think out of that experience, all of us, the two of us, learned, a huge, a huge lesson. Then now, few months later, there was a lady who was helping us with the post production. He gave me a call to say, Teboho, there's a trailer that is coming. But okay, before I tell you this, I was told before that there's going to be Mshiga happening between me and MultiChoice. But I didn't know how the whole thing was going to unfold. So when this lady who was helping with the post-production called me to say, look, there's a trailer that I saw that is, that has been playing and it's called Tembi. So it's going to, start showing tomorrow. You must watch that. I think that is that telenovela, it is your film, meaning the storyline, it is yours. So this comes from somebody. Then I look for, this trailer, and I watch the trailer. I was like, this is my work.
So I just want to get that, clarify that.
Yeah.
So you are saying, is Tembiso, the iconic telenovela that was on MultiChoice, was in fact the fifth film of yours, which was the best out of the 5 that was not licensed, implicating that MultiChoice, the chances are they stole your idea.
I can stand in any court of law tomorrow. I can take them head on.
Okay.
Yeah. It can't be identical like that. It can't be. There is no way. Do you understand? Even characters, they were identical.
Sure.
I had Zamani. I can tell. I had Zamani. I had Simi. I had that character that was played by Hamilton. Yes. I had him. Remember that it was about a landlord. Hamilton there was, I forgot the character name. He was the landlord. So the landlord was me. I'm the property guy. Oh. So I used to rent out, houses for students. You understand? And I was involved. My girlfriend was a modeler. Hamilton had a modeler.
Wow.
Wow. You understand? They are, when it starts, they are both from the villages. Even mine, the opening scene. So from episode 1 to episode 20, that was my film. I don't know how it landed Go Bomb Production. But I submitted this film Go multi-choice. So I'm not saying the directors of the bomb are the one, but somebody for multi-choice.
Somebody said, guys, this is a good story. Here we go.
Somebody had to commission them and give them a good story. Remember, these people as well, they have to commission, they have to prove that they are wiki. So somebody had to say, I love this one. I love, maybe if you bomb production, you can put your writers, because the bomb productions, they have their own writers. You just give them the storyline, then they run with the storyline. Then the storyline can give you 5 seasons. Yeah. So now all those things, money being, the guys taking the money, and now the story being stolen, that discouraged me. And I was like, you know what? I don't want this in my life.
You don't want to make films anymore?
No, I don't want to make films, because of, and now equipment, I experienced a break-in. So guys, they came and they thought, I don't need those cameras. They came at night and they took, in a very secured estate. I used to stay in S8. They came at some point and they took my equipment. So, and there were other guys again. I borrowed them, my equipment. There's this guy now who's busy with my producer, Niger. So he came to my house and I also borrowed him equipment. That's worth of, like, the value of that equipment was about probably 200,000. The same night that they took my equipment, the car that they were using got stolen.
Wow.
And there was no foul play. It got stolen. We all, supported each other. I supported them. We went to the police station, opened the case, and the owner of the car is the guy which is using the wheelchair. So the car was found somewhere in Potchefstroom 6 months later. So there was no foul play. So I was like, to hell with this thing. Then I stopped working. Properties, I stopped. Films, I stopped. Then, luckily, there were investments that I've made that were looking after me for 7 years. But I didn't want anything that has to do with films and properties. Properties will get me into trouble. Films, I don't see any light. Old man again. There are sangomas that are fighting me, because of my association with the old man is jealousy. And the family, their politics as well, they think that, they say that I am going, I'm the one who, somebody said I'm going to take a baton. I claim that I'm going to take a baton from the old man. This old man, his name is Teboho Tema.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
That is a bombshell. I thought he's talking about some guy in Mpumalanga smoking a joint and just
No, the 6-hour drive was to go to Kuruman. So we had a father and son relationship, and so I didn't also want to hear his name, anything that has to do with Credo. I was like, I'm okay, So 7 years later. So, but towards everything.
This is amazing. Okay, cool.
So Credo is the one who told me about this film business, about my journey.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So,
and sorry, I mean, I just now that we're talking about
you're not expecting this.
No, not at all.
So.
Were the lines long at his Ndumba? Like, were lots of people coming there, or not necessarily?
Look, no, he was on retirement, but every day you'll still see people.
Someone, okay.
Yeah,
but a few, there. not like working like a factory, no?
Look, daily there were people there, and some they were just taking chances. They just wanna,
Test him.
take a picture just to hold his hand. Some they just wanna, see where he's staying or touch, you know, the ground that where he walked on, you know. So yeah, yeah. So yeah. So I slept there. The bed that I'm sleeping on even today, you know, Skredos Orobezeko yona, kontlong ya ka. He will come to my house, you know, and spend few days, then go take him back to Gurumani. And at some point, Mama Virginia, the wife, said, look, monamolo are reetse mokete between wena le yena. So tsamalo re ka phofolo tse, then nakla mo rekela kgomo, so that re kopane didimo tse pedi. That feast, that mokete happened. She's still alive today, and saying hore monna moholo o bulela ditsela. So now you went for your initiation, you came back, and now tlamehile re kopantse didimo. So I didn't, even today I still don't know why that had to happen. So there was
Gore wena le ena le kopantse badimo ba lena?
yes, because ke rekile yena o la reka nna ke rekile kgomo nku tse pedi, yena o la reka kgomo. So yeah, so we had that mokete, that feast for the whole weekend. Yeah, and I'm not sure because Mama Vision is the one who was in charge of the whole thing. So at the same time, it was also Credo's birthday. Yeah, so and yeah, so and I'm like, no, I don't want anything that has to do with Credo.
Okay, so fast forward, you've got those tapes. These are the 7 years in which you're going through without engaging in film,
Yeah.
without engaging in property business. What happens?
Eish, man. Okay, Mama V called me. Mama V is Credo's wife. She called me to say she wanted to see me. I went, and now now she can read between the lines what's going on here. Says, look, all these people, they came, everybody was coming here was painting you as this person, you know. Firstly, they said you started a foundation that is named after Credo. It's called Credo Mutas Foundation. And she said, I asked them to take pictures. Then they failed to do that. They say I'm driving around with cars that are branded Credo Mutwa, and I kitwasisa batho, you know, and promising them Pandia Credo. Nobody went.
I'll go away.
No, I'm not a Kobela, you know. So I've never. So now we talked about it, and I was welcome back home again. So, and it's like, this must be also on record. I have that on record. And she also dropped names to say, okay, these are the people and all of that. And she also said, even those people from ANC, I realized that they just wanted that for their selfish reasons. But fine, okay, moving forward now, it was in December. In January, I get into trouble. Property, again, I get into trouble. Now I'm at the police station. So I'm with this guy who's I'm with the complainant, and my attorney is here. This guy is fighting, is calling whoever, and it's like, but. So eventually, what happened was that, okay, fine. My attorney said, okay, sure, they're gonna take you to court tomorrow, and we're gonna apply for bail. It was trespassing. The case was trespassing. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So, and
he was trespassing on your property.
Me.
You were trespassing on his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that when you want to buy properties, you want to have a look at them.
Yeah.
So the man was not there. Yeah. So now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
So yeah. So fast forward now, I get into trouble, and I'm supposed to go to court tomorrow, and we are agreeing with the police and say, okay, he's gonna spend just one night here, more police selling, and tomorrow he's gonna go to court in Pretoria. So fine. I'm going to court. I don't know what happened there, go court. So I was supposed to be, actually my papers were in the wrong courtroom. So they are saying to me that, you'll have to come back tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
For bail application. Because that day I thought I was just going home, you know. Okay, sharp. And now, ke expectile ke police station. Ke kana ka ga Kenta. You know those. I'm like, so where are you going? No, you're going to Hosimampuru. I was like, no. It's not happening. But no, you're going to Hosimampuru.
But aren't you supposed, Hosimampuru you go once you've been sentenced, isn't it?
Yes. Listen to this. It's very interesting. So I'm like, where's Hosimampuru? I see this guy, got the orange, whatever, like, you know. So I'm like, so my artist like, no, man, just for one night. No, man, this is jail, man. I've never been to jail before. You understand? So now, where's Hosimampuru? For trespassing. You understand? Then, okay, it's fine, but I'm not comfortable with the whole thing. At night, around 5, 6 o'clock. And now, it's my first time here. How am I going to sleep? But guys, they welcomed me. It was my first time. They saw that I was clean. They were even saying, okay, when you're not going to sleep there, you're going to sleep here. The ends and backs and all of that, you know. So sharp, I sleep there, and now church is starting now.
In the prison?
In the prison.
Church.
Ceremony, Baba. And now there's this old man who's sitting there by the corner there, and they're preaching, these people that's preaching. I'm like, you know, I'm spiritually inclined, you know, so I'm having fun. And the old man started preaching, and now...
How old is this man?
He was in his 70s.
My goodness.
Now the second prophecy comes now. Says, hey, man, he's talking to me. You have a property, you have a land that you bought in Hartis. Hartis, yeah. He knows nothing about me, and he was so accurate. So you want to build your dream house there. It's not going to happen. And while we are still in the business, the property, he was so specific. You must follow your calling. You must do what you are called to do. You know your gift. I'm like,
Small, yeah.
Yeah, films.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, man, hey, yeah, it's fine, it's okay. And I sat next to him, and so that time he was in a trance when he said those things. Now I'm trying to talk to him and try to have, maybe he can, you know, explain further.
So he's saying, let me just get this right. The only way you'll be able to build your dream house on this land of yours is through films.
It's through films. Yes. And you stop going body-tabbing because you have befriended, you know, mountains and all of that, and you stop doing that. You should
go back.
You should go back, do that, you know, frequently. Because you used to do that a lot. Fine, okay. Now, man, it's the following day I go to court now. Higher hive, withdrawn. But okay, this is what he said. I missed this part. He said, actually, you're supposed to pass here. Don't be shocked. Why are you here? You're supposed to come. So you were supposed to get, you know, message or I want to hear. And if you continue with this property business of yours, you're going to end up here. So now I realize that, I'm digging a hole whereby at the end of the day, I won't be able to get out. You know? I'm like, flip. Films. Actually, I didn't say films. I went to my children's house. I bought them a house somewhere in the Val. So I went there and I was bored now. I'm still trying to process the whole thing. What transpired? What's exactly going on? there's external hard drive here. It's like, plug in. Here's this film that I've done 2015. It's popping up. I'm like, okay, sharp. Let me work on it, re-edit and all of that. But now it's complete. I can't go back to multi-choice. There was no way.
After it's Tembiso.
Tembiso made more than, when we were with my attorney back then, when we were doing our calculation, they made more than 250 million.
Oh my gosh. And I believe that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the paychecks of these telenovelas, what they get per annum. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So $250 million was stolen from you.
Yes. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go to multi-choice. Now, okay, fine. You guys want me to do this. Then I want to go to Los Angeles. I want my film to go globally. Mudimu, God is God. So I was able to understand the models, how your Universal is operating, how your Disney is working, how is your Paramount Pictures is working, and I was managed to decode what they have coded. I cracked, and I was like, I'm in.
So you've cracked.
I've cracked
the code.
I've cracked the code. I was like, I'm in. So now my feeling is, I wake up in the morning, and now you win the award in Italy. Award? Italy, film. When I was shooting that film, was for Mzansi Magic, and now it's in Italy. 2 days later, in Athens, Greece. And another win again. How? Like, what's happening here? Now comes LA. I mean, if you can compete in LA, you can compete everywhere in the world. Los Angeles. So I'm like, oh, now I'm a multi-international award winning filmmaker. So now because now I've cracked, the same way I managed to learn how to, shoot films, I learned how these big giants are, how their models, how they distribute films. So now now it's Prime Video, I'm signing with Prime Video now. So nobody's helping me to do all this because I cracked the code. I'm inside Ngapayat already. Tubi.
Sure.
You understand? So I was able to create. Now I'm giving some secrets now. So I've created a platform. Let me say this. I've created a platform whereby all these content buyers that we have around the globe, I have their information. I've created a platform whereby all these channels, when they want to do procurement or wants to buy, films and all of that, it's easy for them to access what I have. So as Marcus, when you give me your film, within when everything is ready, when I've packaged everything, when
trailers are ready, the film is done, post-production is done, everything.
Within 7 days, your film is licensed.
Yeah?
And the next...
This is music to my ears, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And the next, if we're lucky, the next 4 weeks is streaming. I'm not talking about something that I'm still going to do. If you Google my name, or if you go to IMBD, you check. I've licensed 30 films now. 30 films. I'm not talking about something that I'm still going to do. And some have started streaming. Yeah, so you haven't asked me questions. I've been talking, man.
Yeah, well, your story really is dynamic. I mean, these are the things that we're trying to kind of uncover. And, as we were having our pre-interview session, and my business partner was saying to you, I mean, that the reason why we created this podcast was for it to be educational, and we can start to crack codes, you know. I remember I was talking to someone, I was telling them about the podcast, and they were saying, but don't you feel as if you're going to give too much information away?
Yeah.
And I said, that's exactly the mindset we want to go against. This information must be open because too many creatives are dying in poverty. Okay, so interesting. So this is how you got introduced into the world of distribution, by going there, researching within these territories, finding new models in which they're using.
Yeah.
I mean, in this platform, we have a lot of conversations about, how we can create more or better streams of monetizing, for filmmakers. And it seems as if you have managed to crack the code.
Marcus, let's do figures here. Let's do maths here. When you guys are producing films, all of you, you're producing films for South African audience. That is why even your subtitles are embedded on a footage. Because you're thinking of Lesotho, South Africa, and when you are done, you want to jump onto the next film, you archive that one, the one that you shot. So why can't you think of Brazil and Argentina and, why can't we do what they are doing? Why can't we match their standard? Why can't we take our content to them as well? So you guys, you've been limiting yourself. Been sleeping on huge money for many years. The dubbing started many years ago when they introduced Bo in the heat of the night doing the dubbings. So you'll hear people being funded by government, and some they don't get it to Netflix, South African Netflix or MultiChoice, whatever, say, I shot my films, but I'm trying to talk to people, nothing is happening and all of that. And so where's the film? I've archived it. Or even if it ran its life here in South Africa, only here in South Africa and collected rent, that is not enough.
I hear you.
That is not enough. Vatiswa, she said, people said she was being a diva and all of that when she wanted $1 million. She deserved that.
Wanted $1 million from whom?
From the Fergusons. Yes, she deserved that. But even the Fergusons, you must remember now, the Fergusons are also saving the masters as well of his MultiChoice. They're being commissioned. But they were supposed to be making more than what they're making so that they can pay the likes of Fatus.
No, trust me, they were making a lot of money. But this is, for me, if it does not make dollars, then it does not make any sense.
Yes, that is
so. I want us, I want us to talk about remuneration in these deals. Okay?
Yeah.
These licensing deals, what kind of a licensing deal with your model?
Yeah.
What kind of licensing deal models are they? And what kind of money are we talking?
We're talking good money. We're talking millions.
I'll tell you now. I'll be honest with you now.
Yeah.
A commissioned film on Mzansi Magic is between 600 and 700,000.
One lady came to me and she shared that with me, and she was like, I've got this good story, but I feel like I mustn't give it to MultiChoice because this is my intellectual property and they're going to own the story after
in perpetuity. This. So meaning after you die and your children die and their children die, they will still own it.
That broke my heart, man. That broke my heart. It's like, now it's a system. 700,000 is nothing. When you are done, you'll have to go back and and shoot another one.
So you're constantly having a begging bowl.
You're feeling this master.
Yeah.
Do you understand it? And this master is owning you in a way, owning your ideas and all of that. That is so totally wrong. People now, the only way to get out of this system or this trap is to to go globally.
Yeah.
Is to go globally. That's the only solution. If somebody is going to say, I'm making this film and we're going to distribute this film and start talking about local broadcasters, then you don't take yourself serious.
But people are saying, we've got Netflix.
Yeah.
The content that we're putting on Netflix is currently being consumed internationally. So we are global. Wouldn't you say that's global?
I work with Netflix International. I work with Prime Video International. The rates that Netflix, I'll say this, the rates that Netflix is giving to our people is nothing, it's peanuts. And I still believe that there are films that Netflix South Africa can take this film globally. Money Heist, it made billion. You understand? It made $1 billion. We're talking box office made $1 billion. The production company made more than $50
millions.
Yes, you understand? Yeah, millions. A film like the one of Denzel. These people, they don't treat us the same, and the terms are not the same. That's why I chose not to work with Prime Video South Africa, and that's why I chose not to work with Netflix South Africa. Because they will only play your film here at home for South African audience. Why can't they take it to other territories? And get paid in US dollars? Oh, yes, I get paid in US dollars. Films that I've licensed, getting paid in US dollars. And if a film, Marcus, it's not a good film, if it's not a good film, we're talking about $100 US. How much is $100 in South Africa? And
100,000.
this film, $100 US.
100,000.
Yes, 100. We're talking about 2 million.
Yeah, it's about 2 million.
2 million, right? But if your film is good, imagine if you can make 1 million US dollars.
That's good money.
So a film, if it's up, if it's not, the storyline is, then we're talking about 100,000.
So are you saying on record?
Yes, on record.
Your lowest fee
Yeah.
for licensing through your model has been $100,000 US.
It's remember, you're getting paid quarterly. So within 2 years or within a year, or maybe if your film is too good, with the first quarter, it can make it will make $100 US.
Okay, then
Yeah.
we really have work to do.
Yeah.
We've got work to do.
So tiptoeing around South Africa, look, you are depriving the value chain. Everybody, makeup artists, everybody, and in that way, we're not gonna grow.
Yeah.
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 This industry is not gonna grow. The government will keep on funding you guys and giving you 1.5, and now multi-choice saying 700. What is 700,000? You understand?
That's true.
What is
and you only get
700,000?
20% maximum of that.
And
that's 140,000.
This is your.
You can buy a Hyundai HR or what was that? Picanto.
It's a centrality, and this is your brain, and this is your intellectual
energy,
property. This
your
is your
IP.
energy, everything. You understand? So this master that you've been feeding for a very long time, you try this government funding or whatever, shoot a film. If you've been funded, consider yourself lucky. Don't try to go globally. Try to go globally. And you'll be lucky if your film is too good and it's been picked up by Hulu. You guys, you don't, if you are a producer and your film has never been called Hulu, then don't call yourself executive producer.
Yeah. But here's the question, though, which is something that we were discussing, obviously, in our weekly meetings, talking, coming up to this interview. We were like, okay, so if you're distributing South African stories to platforms like Hulu, like Tubi, like Peacock, these are
like
platforms,
Peacock, HBO, yes.
these are platforms that we don't have access to.
I have.
Does it mean that there is a market internationally that is specifically interested in South African stories?
African stories, there's appetite.
Okay.
There's a lot of appetite for African stories. There's a lot of appetite for African stories. The same way that, your Black Coffee have managed to, crack the international market, I'm doing it. You understand? I've cracked the international market, the international audience. I wake up in the morning and check one film that is in Mexico, how is it performing? I wake up in the morning and check where one film is in Australia, how is it performing? We are international. So, and we're talking good money. And it's not only about, mashallah, but at the same time is that we are also talented too. We are also pound to pound. We can also compete with you. And we're telling our stories the way we want. If you are an independent filmmaker, I've been told that multi-shows will say, this is not how you're going to narrate the story and all of that, leave this part out. You know, that's totally unacceptable. When you are independent and what they want is just, from my end, I will reject certain films. But once I put it on my platform, it goes. And again, this thing of when your film is playing on Showmax, it cannot play on another channel. I license your film. I can license your film to multiple, channel at the same time. 7, 8, 9, 10 at the same time. So this thing, you're gonna wait up until this contract lapses and all of that, then you're gonna move. No, 7, 10, 15 at the same time. If it's good, I have a film that is licensed to 8 channels now at the same time.
Interesting times we're living in. Brother, a final question to you. Any improvements that you would like to see within this industry of ours? What are they?
Let's go globally. Let's go globally. Let's go globally. That's the only way that we're going to improve everything. Let's go internationally. They have been bombarding us with their content, with their films. Now it's our turn. Let's bombard them with what we have. Man. That is why they're still coming. They're coming here to look for stories. And now, we still, to somebody left. We don't have to leave. You understand what I'm saying? We need to take, we don't have to go to LA. I take films to LA while I'm here, digitally, so I don't have to be there. I've never set my foot there, but my films are playing there. I've never been to Mexico, but my films are there. We live in a digital age. When these people, they come to me and say, okay, fine, we want this film. You understand? Everything is like, okay, fine, you watch a trailer, everything, synopsis. Those things are important. When you're going to give me the log line, the synopsis and all of that, they check the trailer, it's like, wow, everything is up to standard, technical requirements, everything. We want it, okay, sharp. 2 days later, it's a done deal. You understand it? Then I will post. I don't get excited anymore because of every week I license probably 2 or 1 films. You understand? So first film that I licensed, not mine, from other producers, I will become happy. Now licenses it's a habit. I'm used to that. You understand? And I am saying, and even people that have licensed their films, they will come and ask me that, so who are these people now talking about my films? It's like they're doing reviews. It entered another platform. You understand? It's like, so now they put my films on there. These are film critics because for them, it's a culture. They talk this language, you understand? So one film can be discussed. When you punch in your title name, you'll find that people are talking about it and they've created so many things and they are giving it ratings and all of that. People, when they produce films, they don't even release their films. You put your films on a hard drive and you take it to multi-choice. Film must be released. I talked to IMBD to say, okay, on this day, and all the films, before they can be streamed, they must go to IMBD and they must be released there. I released them.
So IMBD has a functionality where producers can view your film.
Yes, all my films are on IMBD platform.
Okay.
Yeah, so I cannot. I give them credits. This is Marcus produced this and location and all of that. You know, it has so and so and so and so, and IMBD will have to verify within set few days. They will verify that okay, then I have to show them the whole film. I have to show them even a trailer. Even a poster, you understand, so for verification, then it's there. So all the content buyers as well, they go to IMBD and check what are the ratings. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, sharp, this film has been released. Then we can, if we are interested, then you can pick it up. They know how to find me. They know how to contact me. They come to my platforms like okay, sharp. They cannot take it if it's not on IMBD. Yeah, so, but everything is digital.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
So the old model is out of the window. We're in the digital age now. Yeah.
So you would advise any independent producers out there not to lock themselves within these, and you know, I know brothers who have like taken their films, you take it to a distributor, this distributor holds on to this film for years and it doesn't get sold.
I've never, a month it's a very long time, you know. Yeah, if everything is ready, and there are moments whereby within 3 days I managed to license a film. Within 3 days I managed to license a film. If everything is good, it's on par, then we have business. Yeah. So and while we still, you know, your guests that were here, they were talking about Stekeniko, you know, and Botswana and all of that, and you know, it's knowledge. You know, if you are not informed, obviously you'll make your decision based on what you have. So, but their film, it can go globally, and within short space of time, and there's a lot of appetite for our stories.
Well, that's why we create these platforms, and that's why we encourage collaborations.
Yeah.
And hopefully this is the beginning of a long-running relationship. Mr. Teboho, we'd like to thank you so much for joining us. Your journey is one that's inspiring. It's one that's enlightening. And it's something that will definitely take us as a team, as a crew, and bring us back on the drawing board and drawing table to say, okay, out of all the work that we've been creating, how can we try and tread a new path? May your story be an inspiration to young African filmmakers. May your story bring healing to many people. And may you bring light to us who are seeking some kind of salvation within this doom and gloom of a world. Meeting people like you gives us some sense that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, you've cracked the code. Open that door. Let us go through. Thank you so much.
I know when I first opened this door, I said to myself, I'm gonna, you know, hold this door opened and let my fellow African come in and experience what I'm seeing.
Well, let this interview be the beginning of us ushering in young filmmakers and interested people through this door, because we are all looking for answers, and we know what we're doing, what we've been working on is definitely not working and definitely will not be creating generational wealth that we need so bad within our communities.
Yalla wanda.
What a one.